All right, who's ready for some fucking Malders? Alrighty, let's fucking do it. Let's do it. Let's get it.
A hunter must hunt.
This is where the fun begins.
Oh my goodness. There we go. Finglui Muguanov Klulu. Rilye Gognoggle Fought. Dark Eldar with... God, we're coming up on that 24-month landmark. Oh my goodness. Do I need to do something for, like, my anniversary or something? Do people do that? I guess people probably do, but I've never really cared about, like, my birthday, even my own birthday. So maybe I'll think of something. I'll think of something. Maybe I'll just do a big giveaway or something. Dark Eldar with the 23-month re-indoctrination into the cult. Welcome back to the All Has Red team, my friend. 23 months is massive. You've been with me since the beginning. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much, my friend. Alan Hates Haggis, Derizo AO, and Renee7551. Thank you for the follows. Cthulhu, Fountain to all of you. Okay. Oh my goodness. New hoodie PogChamp. New hoodie PogChamp. This was given to me by the venerable, the amazing Shin Ryzen. I'm seeing him in chat right here. It was an offering. It was an offering to Dread Cthulhu. An offering to the Dark One himself. Thank you so much, Shin Ryzen. It fits great. It looks great. It feels good. Everything's good. Everything's good. It's a good day. It's a good day to be a hacker, a sorcerer of the dark arts. Okay? Secret P.O. box? No, I just had him send it to my, like, I mean, I actually use a package service as an intermediary. So, you don't actually send it directly to me. I didn't have him send it directly to me. I don't even have enough stalkers to merit a secret P.O. box. Lil Didi with the 69 nice Tiggle biddies. Thank you so much, my friend. A pilot of payloads to keep in theme with... Exactly, dude. Exactly. I have a... You guys can't see it, but over my desk, I have an oil painting of Luke Skywalker in the Snowspeeder in Empire. Because this is my cockpit. This is... You're looking at it. You're looking at my cockpit. This is where I drop the payloads, okay? Where I drop fat payloads on people, okay? All right? And don't blow anybody up. Imagine that. Alrighty. The guy outside your window can see it. I live on one of the higher floors, so there's not too many people outside of my window. If there is someone outside of my window, I'm concerned. Because I frequently forget to lock the balcony doors. That's a consistent issue. Okay. It's TryHackMe hard day. Okay? We're going on all raw today, okay? Literally all gas, no brakes. All right? We're going to pick a box. We're going in hot. That's all I have to say about it. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling like I need to be taken down a peg. Like I need some molding. There needs to be some molding. Something needs to take me down a peg a little bit. Okay? Okay, here it comes. FBI, open up! I was ready that time. I saw it. The key, John Doe Norris, the key is to do it while I'm typing something over here. While I'm doing something and not looking at the chat. That's when you do the FBI open up, and that's when that's when it spooks me. That's how you get it, okay? Who did F12? Nobody did. Not yet. Well, John Doe Norris did. Doc Hobb with the 5 new cult initiates. You madman. You psychopath. It was fantastic to be on your podcast, by the way. I had a great time. I hope your viewers enjoyed it. For those who don't know, Doc Hobb does the What the Shell podcast. Check it, and I did an episode with him that went live over the course, I think during like DEF CON. and a couple of weeks ago. So go and check that out if you want to hear me babble about various red team stories I've had and my thoughts on security and so on and so forth. Doc Hobb, thank you so much. Sleek Socks, Mind of Walter, Hibachi Chicken, Bravo Child, and Burnt Willie. You've been indoctrinated by Doc Hobb. I know you probably all never said you were going to join a cult, but guess what? You don't have a choice in the matter, okay? The cult joined you, all right? You didn't choose the cult life. The cult life chose you, all right? All right, let's just get started. I just want to get started. Wait, I talked all of last stream. I don't want to talk so much this stream. I just want to get angry. I just want to rage, okay? I just want to rage at this screen. It was great to have you on. I had a great day. Just wanted to share the joy. Hey, I appreciate it, Doc Hobb. It's great. I'm having a good day, too. It's a good day today. Probably the best reviewed interview I've done so far. Oh, that's so kind of you to say. I'm so glad it went very well. That's fantastic, Doc Hobb. I'm super happy to hear that. I'm super happy to hear that. If I could actually get logged into my TryHackMe, that would be best. Come on. There we go. We got it. How do I see this interview? It is a podcast. Are you not familiar?
This is outrageous. It's unfair. Take a seat, young Al-Hasrid.
This is where the fun begins.
How do I see this interview? Are you familiar with the concept of a podcast? I know my chat sometimes, like, chat is the master hacker. We don't deny that chat is the master hacker. We don't. Okay? But chat does sometimes demonstrate relative ignorance on other topics. Is chat familiar with the concept of a podcast? Do we understand why that's a silly statement? Yeah, Doc Hobb is there to direct you to his podcast, I'm sure. Okay, we're doing challenges. Let's order. Let's just do difficulty. Well, I don't know. Let's just not do. I wish I could choose multiple difficulties here. I guess we can go. Let's just do this. Here we go. All right, let's let you guys choose. There you go. All right, so what do you guys want to see? I just searched for the hard boxes. We've done a lot of these. Let's go ahead and hide completed. I know you guys are going to ask for Windows every single time, but there are much less Windows machines than there are Linux, and unfortunately I think we've done most of the Windows ones. Haven't we done for business? I could swear we've done this one. Have we not? We have not done this one. I could swear we've done for business reasons. Fuck it. Theseus? I can't do Theseus. Again, Theseus asks me not to stream it. I feel like I have to say this every single time. People constantly request it. Here, I'll click on it. Maybe they changed it. Please don't release any walkthroughs or write-ups to keep the challenge valuable. I'm not going to do it. Listen, I have to stay on these. I don't think they're going to ban me if I do it, but I'm not going to deliberately go again. It's not worth the risk to me, okay? I have to use these platforms for content, okay? Getting banned from these platforms or getting in their bad graces is not is not something I'm willing to even guess at, okay? Legacy challenges from the U.S. Navy. I don't know. I don't really like just random CTF challenges as much. This just looks like decryption challenges. That doesn't interest me as much. Let's just start with a hard box and see what we get from there. We'll start with a hard one. Okay, let's hide completed. There we go. All right. Oh, hollow. Oh, we did hollow. No, we did hollow. I was like, we did that one. Let's pick some ones. Okay. Let's pick some boxes. Okay, we can put Year of the Fox in there for business reasons. Because I could swear we've done for business reasons. But I guess not. Port knocking, wire shark. This seems interesting. Misguided ghosts. Seems spooky. Abusing Windows internals. Is this a room or a challenge? I guess we could go through this if you wanted to. I guess we could just go through this. This is like a walkthrough room. Ooh, Windows API. Hog. No, this is a spoiler for my video. This is a spoiler. That's not good. Okay, well, I mean, if you want to do something like, if you want to do some of that, I'll put that in there too. Abusing Windows internals. We'll put that one in there, and then we'll do. Well, we're not then, but we'll. If there's a box you want to see, put it in here. What are we? What am I thinking? This one, I feel like I've done that one. I feel like I've seen that before. Maybe not. Oh, pickles. GameBuzz? Fuck it. We'll put GameBuzz in there. Alright, get your votes in. Jazz Pizzazz, my goodness.
A hunter must hunt.
Welcome, my friend. Welcome, Jazz Pizzazz. For those who don't know, assuming this is the Jazz Pizzazz from Twitter and Hack the Box, Jazz Pizzazz is he's a guy. He's one of those guys that does the thing. Okay? But thank you so much, Jazz Pizzazz, for your 5-month five cult initiates. I'm sorry. 5 new cult initiates. Jazz Pizzazz is maybe the top hacker on Hack the Box, which is a non-negligible title. Okay? That is a much coveted title. He's better at this shit than I'm likely to ever be. So, thank you so much, Jazz Pizzazz. Your patronage is very flattering. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the support. Bringing Heimdall, the Iris Prince, Christodge 82, Sylvestra, and Classic Tech into the cult. And you yourself got indoctrinated by Maticus Maximus, so welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy them, Jazz Pizzazz. I hope you enjoy them. Even if I don't know if I could teach you very much. Jiffaram with a 69. Nice. Teagle biddies. This is the NSA. We're watching you. I have nothing to hide. What do you think the NSA is going to find from me? Like, the NSA is going to have a very boring time watching me, okay? I have nothing going on. Why would they watch me? I'm not doing anything. Not anything they'd be interested in. Most of the time, I'm just getting angry at my computer for one reason or another. Half my life is being angry at the computer. Okay, for either in a video game or because my code doesn't run or something like that. Okay, it happens. The script kid, yeah. Hey man, good to see you. Good to see you and good to see you. Welcome in. All right, GameBuzz is selected. You all like pickles, apparently. You like pickles. Let's join the room. Let's get going. Let's get it going. Start the machine. Let's get it up. Let's get it going. Let's. Alrighty, let's do some we need the TryHackMe VPN.
A hunter must hunt.
Oh, we gotta finish Reef.
Hey,
We're doing Reef
any
on
info
Tuesday.
about Nim video?
And you follow it? Yeah, the editing is taking longer than I'd expected, okay? This is my first time working with an editor. This is my first time working with somebody else editing, and she's been super busy. So getting it finished. She did complete it, but I sent it back for 1 or 2 revisions, and she hasn't gotten back to me yet. It is still coming. It's still coming, I promise. It's in its final stages of being created. I will make sure to let you know in Twitter and in Discord when it gets released. Slayer, thank you so much for the 6-month reindoctrination. Welcome back, my friend. All right, let's go to this one. Let's start up CRT. Okay, ping. Can we ping the machine? 1010 126 247. Okay, so we do see right off the bat, we see a time to live of 61. That indicates likely.
It's a Unix system. I know this.
Oh God, the Zap Gang is here again. I thought, listen, I thought we discussed this, chat. I thought we discussed this. It's so rude. Okay, so rude. Fine. But joke's on you. I probably will. It's Pickle. It's probably gonna be, I'm assuming it's gonna be some kind of web-based deserialization based on the tags. But we'll see how, we'll see how it rolls out. But yeah, if I have to use a web proxy, I will use Zap. I will use Zap. Thank you, Composure. Thank you very much. I get to use my favorite tool. Not mad. Not mad. I'm not mad. I'm happy. Today's a good day. Today's a good day. All right? I'm not going to let Composure wreck my composure. All right? So we're going to Nmap. Let's start off with your basic Nmap scan here. Okay. That is not what I meant. That was from some coding earlier today. I need to just have a different Kali machine than to like test stuff on. I set up Parrot for that purpose, and I ended up not liking Parrot very much. I mean, it's probably just different from Kali, honestly. So I went right back to Kali, and so a lot of like when I need to test something, I'll just open up my Kali Linux VM, the same one I use for the stream. So you guys get to see all of my command history. Have you ever Pappy proxy? It's written in Python 2. I've never used that. Why in the world would I use a proxy written in Python 2? Dear God. If there's something worse than Zap, it's probably that. The tool is fine. It's the UI. Again, Zap is a fine tool if you can wrap your brain around the AI. I am not smart enough for the Zap AI. Okay, the Zap AI, like OWASP Zap is the Yu-Gi-Oh. Like Yu-Gi-Oh is to card games what OWASP Zap is to web-based penetration testing tools. Yu-Gi-Oh is a perfectly fine card game, and a lot of people like it, but the interface absolutely fucking sucks, and I can't imagine, and coming into Yu-Gi-Oh after you playing other card games is a pain in the ass, and you're gonna hate it. Yu-Gi-Oh is best experienced as a first card game, okay? Speaking as a card game player. All right, so we just have port 80 open that we see here. Let's do a full port Nmap scan. As a Yu-Gi-Oh player, I can wholeheartedly say I use burp. I don't blame you, okay? I don't blame. My issue with Yu-Gi-Oh is that first of all, turns can take way too long and make no sense to me. Like, very little sense. And then, and every single card has like a paragraph of text. I feel like I'm in the SATs. I feel like I'm taking the SATs and I'm doing some kind of reading comprehension section where I have to, as quickly as possible, speed read all of these goddamn cards to have any chance of knowing what the fuck is going on. And I still probably won't be able to pull it off. Bold talk for someone in XYZ pendulum ritual summon distance. You know, I'm like 99% sure there's no mechanic in the game that combines all three of those types of summoning, but I'm not so sure, but it speaks to the kind of card game that Yu-Gi-Oh is, that I'm not so sure that it's 100%. Okay, does anybody actually know all of the rules to Yu-Gi-Oh? They didn't even know the rules in the anime. Yugi just blatantly cheats half the time. Why is the FBI coming for me? When I'm wait, do they not like me talking about card games now? Are card games against the... Okay. I'm now yelling about card games instead of actually hacking the box. That legit scared me. Yeah, that's become the use of that. That has indeed become the use of that redemption. All right, I guess since only port 80 seems to be open, I guess we are stuck in Zap World. Zap World begins. Okay, we're in... Someone played the Zap World card, which is much like Toon World in that I have to pay all my life points in order to play it, and it's not good. Stay strong. Stay strong. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. What was the IP address? 10.10.126.247. Alright, port 80. Proxy servers refusing connections. This is the part where we make our own where we start our proxy server. Unfortunately. Oh my god, if I have to URL encode. I hate the URL encoding. Maticus Maximus! I have not even begun. I have not even begun to mald, and already you're telling me to stop malding. We are 24 minutes into this stream. Do you really want me to stop malding? At 24 minutes into the stream. Are you not here for this? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Boy, I love Zap. Look at the excellent interface. If there's one thing I know, it's that I love Java interfaces. Okay? I love Java interfaces. I've never once complained about Cobalt Strike's dogshit 2003 fucking looking interface. Never once complained about that. I love Java. Java's so good. Yes, I love all of this thing, all of this stuff, all of these things. This is fine. This is good. Okay. I guess we'll just launch the browser. And then it's gonna give me the shitty HUD that everybody hates. Okay, Jack Piro, amazing 3D game. Well, it has to be an amazing 3D game if it just says that on the website. They can't just... They legally cannot put amazing 3D game on the... It's in 3D. It's in 3D. UI aside, is Zap objectively a better free tool? I think an argument could definitely be made for that. Legitimately speaking, if you can set the UI aside. If you can get used to the UI. What box? This is GameBuzz on TryHackMe. Hang on, let me change that really quickly. GameBuzz. Okay, just move that over a smidge. There we go. Is that Bulletstorm? I have no idea what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a lot of Lorem Ipsum. Free download. That doesn't link to anything. That doesn't link to anything. That doesn't link to anything. Is this a video? Nothing. Just Lorem Ipsum. Lorem Ipsum. Does this go to anywhere? This actually does send a request, so that is something. Software. Okay, that doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Game ratings? Game 1? GTA 5 rating 9, review nice. Average IGN rating, okay. Review too good, okay. IGN ratings. 7 is okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Game name Valorant. Honestly, I played Valorant for like 10 minutes before I was bored. I didn't like it very much. I didn't get very far in Valorant. Okay, do these go anywhere interesting? Doesn't look like it. We have admin at incognito.com. That's something to keep in mind. Let's get some notes going. Let's just try and be... Okay, wait, I gotta close up the Necronomicon. Okay. Let's go to TryHackMe, new note, GameBuzz. Yes, hi, honey. Yes, hi. Hello, sweetie. Did we just start to solve the lab? We just started, yep. We're just looking at the web page. Okay, that's definitely not in scope. Okay, let's view the page source. Nothing here. I'm not seeing anything that indicates it's a WordPress blog or anything like that. It would look kind of weird to be a WordPress blog, but you're looking for some indication of what kind of CMS this is or something like that. There's got to be something that's... This all just looks like static content. There doesn't look like there's anything to really interact with here. Everything seems to be just static content here. So we're probably going to want to just do a Go Buster. I forgot to start Tmux. Well, I'm going to do it now. We're going to have to start that guy over. Oh, it's not Hack the Box. It's CD TryHackMe. GameBuzz. GameBuzz. Okay. We'll do our Nmap scan again. Which means my Nmap scan is in the other directory. Or it's where I saved it. Doesn't matter. All it saw was that port 80 was open, running Apache. So... nothing of significant use there. We're probably going to have to go ahead and start GoBuster. I'm so jealous of the .69 IP. That was just a happy accident, okay? That was an Alhaz-Ross happy accident. I didn't even ask for it. People ask me how I got that. I have no idea. It just happened. They just knew. Give this guy a .69. It's very nice. Okay. So we're gonna brute force this. We'll do text and we'll do PHP, I guess. Or I guess the thing said Python deserialization. It said pickle, which is the Python deserialization library. So we may want to do py here. Let's do 30 threads. Okay. So there's got to be something here. We'll give it a second. We see the static directory already. That's good. We're not getting any wildcards or anything like that, so that's good. We did get this admin at incognito.com. So it likely behooves us to go ahead and put that into our Etsy hosts file. There might be some virtual host routing happening here. I'm not super inclined to believe that. Considering we got actual content we browsed to the page, not like an Apache default page or anything like that. But that doesn't mean there can't be any virtual host routing happening. That's just how it tends to be in CTFs. It was incognito.com. Okay. So let's see if there is any kind of virtual host routing happening. Incognito.com. So far this looks the same. This looks the same. The same. All of this looks the same. How often do you guys run into virtual host routing IRL? Oh my god, so often. Super often. Like, it's so common because of cloud computing. Cloud computing is like, if your website's in the cloud, guess what? Virtual host routing is probably happening. I mean, that's not 100% true, but It's very common to see virtual host routing in the real world. Very, very common. Most recent stream I've been able to tune into. Good to see you, Tevo. Good to see you. Smole the Squid, welcome into the stream. Good to have you. So when you run tmux, does that mean that every new terminal you open will open in that directory instead of your home by default? In that tmux session, yes. In that tmux session, yes. Not any new terminal. Like if I start a new terminal right now, I'm in tmux, and this is my home directory in tmux. But if I just were to open another CRT instance, you'll see it's going to put me in my home directory like usual. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Virtual host routing is one of those ways that we decided to deal with the fact that there aren't enough IPv4 IP addresses to go around. That's a big way that we decided to deal with that problem. The other way was IPv6, and we decided it was too much work, essentially. Oh, I didn't see this login page up here, but it's okay. It doesn't lead to anything. All of these lead to nothing. So, did GoBuster find anything? It must be GoBuster somewhere. Fetch. What is fetch? The fetch directory. What have we here? Method not allowed. Is there fetch anywhere here? Nope. So that seems something interesting, but we get method not allowed, so we might want to send like a post request to that. If we open up Zap, we can open resend with request editor, method post, and literally, this is another irritation I have with Zap. Literally, if you change the method to post, all it changes is this. Burp will change, we'll add a content type and everything, but not Zap. Zap requires you to add a content type because it's smarter or something. Where's my other Firefox? We have a non-proxied Firefox. Let's do. Is it application X www? Yeah. I just want to know what this is. I can never remember how exactly this goes, so I just check to make sure I get the spelling right. That's a good one to start with, and then we could put some post data, CMD equals ID or something. Doesn't matter, I just want to see what happens if we send this a post request. Internal server error. Okay, so we don't know how this is being used. We don't see how this is being used in the source code. So there must be something else that calls this fetch page. Oh, robots.txt. Let's check robots.txt. Almost forgot robots.txt. Nope. Do you know of a Zap burp alternative that you can run in the terminal? What? No, I do not. Not one that runs in the terminal, no. I don't think you want that. I think you want that, but you don't actually want that. I mean, you could get a proxy that runs in the terminal, but it won't have all the functionality that Zap and Burp have. That's the biggest problem. All right, so it doesn't look like we're getting anything here, and I don't really want to wait. Let's try vhosts, because we did get that domain on the main page. There's got to be something that's using that fetch function. Incognito.h... Is it com? Yeah, it's com. Incognito.com. We could change this to vhost. So let's see if there's any kind of virtual host routing happening. User share, sec lists, discovery, DNS, I think. And then it's subdomains. I like to use, I think, this one. Okay. And let's just do that. We can't do file extensions in vhost mode. Unable to connect to incognito.com. No host and request URL. What? What did I do wrong here? Oh, there's two slash. There's HTTP and one slash. There we go. And immediately we find dev.incognito.com. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we are cooking with some amount of gas. Dev.incognito.com. Unknown host. Oh, I forgot to put it in my Etsy hosts. What do you want? She's just yelling. My cat is yelling in the other room. Star, come here, honey. What are you yelling about, you goofball? Only for developers. FBI, open up! Oh, they're coming for me. They're coming for me. Only for developers. Okay, well, we definitely want to GoBuster that. We're definitely GoBustering that.
Star demands a damn fancy feast human.
She gets her plenty of fancy feasts, and twice in the last week, she's puked it up everywhere. So don't tell me about fancy feast. Like, this is what Star did one day. I'm sick, by the way, on this day. On this day, I'm sick. I'm super congested. I'm coughing all the time. I don't know if I had COVID, but I was negative for COVID, and I had a super sore throat. And I feed Star, and Star eats it so fast, she basically inhales the food. And then she just comes over, stands on the rug, looks at me, makes eye contact. She makes eye contact with me, and then she goes and pukes on the rug right in front of me. Just empties her stomach contents on the rug right in front of me. Like, I swear to God, it was calculated. Yeah, every time. Well, not every time, but that's that. Don't tell me about Fancy Feast if she's puking it up, okay? Does your cat also do the backflip? Yeah, she does she convulses a couple of times and then she pukes. But I don't notice fast enough usually in order to get her off the rug. Okay, we're doing dir. Okay, give me pay dirt. Give me some information. Can you explain about vhost briefly? Yeah, so vhost is how GoBuster brute forces for virtual host routing. What is virtual host routing? Virtual host routing is one way that we've decided to deal with the fact that there isn't enough IP address space for all the websites on the internet at this point. The internet's too big. So virtual hosts allow you to host multiple websites at the same IP address. So you've got one machine listening to an IP address, right? One machine on an IP address. When it receives a web request, and that machine is hosting multiple websites, how does the machine know where to send requests? If it's hosting multiple websites. If it receives a request and there's multiple websites, how does it know where to send it? The answer is the host header right here. When you have virtual host routing enabled, the web server will read the host header and send it to the proper host, depending on the proper website, depending on the host header. Does that make sense? That's why it's called virtual host routing, because it revolves around the host header. So when GoBuster brute forces vhosts, what it's brute forcing is this host header right here. Okay? Okay. We see a secret directory. That's probably interesting. Let's check robots.txt. Disallow secret. Okay, well, I didn't even need to run GoBuster, but fine. Secret, what do we have? You don't have permission to access this resource. Rude. How very rude. Sharing is caring, okay? Secret. Well, we'll see if we get anything in the secret directory. Upload. Excellent. We like that word. That's one of those words that we're really happy to see. Okay, upload. Upload a file. Okay, so this was Apache, right? Apache. Yeah, Ubuntu Apache. Ubuntu? We're calling it Ubuntu now. The cool people are calling it Ubuntu. I guess we'll try and upload we'll just do some basic PHP here, I guess. Okay. System $_request fhtagn. Okay. And we'll do the closing tags. That should be fine. Yep. Okay, let's try and upload that and see what we get. TryHackMe. GameBuzz. Cthulhu.php. Upload. File has been uploaded. We see upload script.php, so we were correct. The question is, where is it been uploaded to? Did GoBuster find an uploads directory? No. We can try looking for... We need to find it on the server. File not found. Is it in, like, an uploads directory? Or is it in, like, the secret directory? Where did it get uploaded to? Is it in fetch, maybe? Is that what fetch is for? We can do fetch Cthulhu.php. Not there. Okay, I don't suppose there's like a .back or something. I should probably look at the page source, huh? Secret, and then... Wait. Go back. Script.php. Let's look at... View page source. Nope. Upload. Let's look at this. View page source. Script.php. Bruh. Bruh. Well, we need to find where it's been uploaded to. We could just let GoBuster keep trying to brute force. Well, we have nothing else to look at. Unless GoBuster finds something. There's still that fetch directory with the weird post request. But we haven't seen like a legitimate... We haven't seen like... Like, I checked the page source and I didn't see... Let's go back and look at... I searched for fetch in the page source. And it did not show anything. The fetch directory is the most interesting thing to me right now. It feels like we need to be investigating that. Fetch. Yeah, there's no fetch. So what is going on with fetch? I mean, it could just be It's probably just Gretchen trying to make fetch happen still. No PA. I don't think we had any problem uploading the file. It's just that we don't know where the file is. When it comes to file upload vulnerabilities, you don't just need to be able to upload a vulnerable file. You also need to be able to find it. And I don't really want to sit here and start just brute forcing every single directory. So now I'm looking at these directories to see if there's any indication of where our file may have ended up. And I want to know what that fetch directory is all, that fetch endpoint is all about. These are all just static things. Static, static, static. Yeah, all that looks normal, not... Not out of the ordinary. Static, static, static. Really, all I get is static on this, huh? Does he have a playlist for all the music on stream here? Yes. If you go on my YouTube channel, there is a playlist for all the music that I play on stream. It's on YouTube, not on Spotify or anything. I don't know why I'm still looking at this. What is this? Oh, this is the review thing. That's nothing of interest. There were so many buttons and things, but they all seem to lead to nothing. And none of them point to the fetch directory. I want to see a request to that fetch directory. That doesn't lead anywhere. Download. Download, download. We didn't actually put anything in here, did we? Well, that does something. I mean, it sends a request, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's actually meaning it. Doesn't necessarily mean anything. That doesn't go anywhere, does it? Enter your email. All of this stuff seems to just do nothing. Did we look? We looked at dev.incognito.com. Only for developers. Can you do something like ffuff? Filename.php. Yeah, you can with... I mean, why would that help me, though? I mean, I could... Oh, you mean to, like, look for my uploaded file? I certainly could. But there's really no subdirectories of this. Fetch is the only subdirectory that we've found. URL not found. Oh, index.html. Like, there's just nothing to look at. I'm wondering if I have to start, like, brute forcing endlessly. I usually don't really like to brute force endlessly. This doesn't make for good streaming content. I'm just still looking at this page because I feel like there's so much on it that I feel like some of it has to be relevant. Something other than this. It said Python pickle deserialization, but I don't see any evidence of Python in play here. Look at JS. Yeah, I may have to look at JS. Search the file in the search field. Where? Oh, up here? I can't even click on, I can't even search. Contact. I mean, otherwise that's not a bad idea. I doubt it would work, but it's not a bad idea. I feel like there's something I'm missing. I'm getting that nasty feeling that there's something I'm missing. All I saw with JavaScript was like the basic normal stuff that you pretty much always see. Crypto Ghost, thanks for the first time indoctrination into the cult. Welcome to the All Has Red team, my friend. Thanks for supporting the stream, my friend.
Listen.
What, Clay Hacks? Read my comments above. In the middle of the page where it says game ratings, capture request for game 1. Let's take a look. We saw that in here a second ago. Game ratings, game 1. Send request 1. I thought this was... Oh, I guess I would just... I thought it was going to give us the... Oh, so this actually is sending a request. I thought it was just pre-scripted JavaScript. Good call. So that is interesting. Ratings, game 1. GTA 5. I thought it was just more static content. Which, let's see if it actually sent a request. Down here? Oh, is this the requested? There we go. Okay, excellent. Okay, wow, yes. Okay, we get something. So this is going to fetch, and it's getting a PKL file. var upload, perfect. var upload. You love to see it. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can actually access that file directly unless there's some kind of directory traversal. What is a .pkl? What the hell is a .pkl file? Is this some Python thing? Yeah, it's a Python thing. Ah, Siri, it's a pickle file. We love pickles. We particularly like to give Riley Reed our pickles, don't we, chat? Don't we, chat? Who in chat wants to give Riley Reed your pickle? Many of you have. Jiffaram with the 69 nice tiggle bitties. It's Anik, Hack CST, Qlug, Smol the Squid, Luke Wayne House, Juan Farax, VJ 525. Thank you all for the follows. Cthulhu Fountain to you, my friend. I want to give her my pickle. Exactly, my dude. Exactly. Okay, so it's doing a... Okay, so who remembers... So, my CTF last month, just last month, had a Python pickle vulnerability itself. So it looks like it's something similar here. How do we export? So is this actually getting a response? Yes. So, okay. This makes sense now. So, when you request a review, you get a pickled object. It looks like it's just a pickled JSON object. But, so here's the thing with pickle. There's no way to, before you do a pickle.loads and deserialize, pickle.loads is the deserialization method. Loads is the deserialization method. Before you do pickle.loads, there is no way to know what object you're decompiling. There is no way. It's or not decompiling. You are deserializing. Okay? Or is your file going into var uploads? We're gonna find out, aren't we? We are gonna find out. It looks like we can just give it. It looks like we could just give it a path here. All of chat was giving Riley Reed their pickles. Riley Reed did get railed that night, didn't she? Unfortunate for her. The question is, where did I put the... I had a handy-dandy program for making my pickles when I was testing that. When I was testing out my CTF, I had a script that was generating the pickles. Let me find it. It's probably in my projects directory. 1 second. I just want to reuse the same code I did. Let me see. Would it be, I think it would be in this directory? Pickleexploit.py, that's what we're looking for. Okay, so we'll GameBuzz. We'll move mount projects. Stream dev pickleexploit.py here, and we'll open this up and take a look at it. Okay. All right. So this isn't quite what we need to do. It looks like we have to export this to a .pkl file. Okay, so this is what this is doing. This is the main method right here. And what this is doing is it's declaring a custom class that we're calling RCE. Why create something? Give it such a stupid name? I don't get it. Some people like pickles. I'll never understand why. Okay, I literally will never be able to understand why some people can actually swallow pickles without puking. I feel like someone should make OSCP, CRTO, or PNPT. Well, I've never taken PNPT. I've only taken 2 of those 3. If you're talking about you have none of those certs and you're trying to decide which to do first, my recommendation is OSCP if you have the money, and PNPT if you need a more budget option. OSCP is more valuable on a resume, and it's more valuable with the knowledge it'll give you, in my opinion. But PNPT is more affordable, and both of them are good starting certs. I would not do CRTO until you have OSCP or PNPT. Technically, I think you could, but I don't recommend it for a variety of reasons, okay? So we create a custom object, a custom Python object called RCE, and we give it a reduce method. Reduce methods a reduce method in Pickle is essentially a method that needs to be run upon creation of the object. Like if you needed to execute some code in order to properly set up the object and initialize it properly, that's what a reduce method is for. But in this case, all we're doing is using it to execute os.system. In this case, all we're doing is having it execute an OS command. So the reduce method here is a method that's designed to run upon object creation. When an object is deserialized, it's created. So this reduce method will execute, which will execute our remote code. We'll do our remote code execution thing. Does that make sense to everybody? Does that make sense? Now we do need to save it to a PKL file. Pickle save to PKL file. Like init. That's when, yeah, something like init, but for serialization. I don't think init methods actually execute with in serialization. Why is a comma in the return? Good question. Let's pull Kate back up. The comma's in the return because os.system wants a tuple. This reduce method needs to return a tuple. This reduce method needs to return a tuple, and this is a tuple data type. If you have a tuple with only one why am I having a hard time coming up with like with only one item in it, I guess, item. If you have a tuple with only one item in it, you have to put a comma there to indicate element. There you go. Argument, object, element. I probably would have said element. Element is kind of what I was looking for. If you have a tuple with only one element in it, you have to put a comma to indicate that it's a tuple. Because otherwise the Python interpreter will interpret it differently. This class needs to return a tuple. Okay. I want to save it to a PKL file. Do I just have to write it to write the serialized object to a file? Here we go. This looks like what I want. Bad gateway. Oh my god. This looks like exactly what I need. I think this will probably work. Oh, you can just dump it to the file. Okay, that's easy enough. I can just read it in the Google search. Okay? We're okay. We're fine. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this exploit a little bit. And we're going to do with open. We're going to do exploit. We'll do Cthulhu.pkl. With open Cthulhu.pkl, and we need, I guess, write binary, right? Yeah. We need write binary permissions as F. We don't need the print statement. We can comment that out. And I don't think we need... It looks like we're just calling pickle dot... Is it pickle dot dump or pickle dot dumps? Let's look at the Python documentation. Pickle documentation. Okay. How's it going? Leon, it's going really well today. I'm having a good day. It's a good day. Pickle.dump. Oh, file object. So it needs to be pickle.dump if you're saving it to a file. Perfect. Okay, pickle.dump. RCE. So we're creating a new instance of the object RCE, and then we're serializing it, and we're putting it in the object F. And I think that's it. I think that's all we need to do. And it does say to do f.close, but that's handled by the with. We'll do Cthulhu.pkl. That's fine. Okay. We'll see if this works. So this is of particular interest is the type of box that we are attacking. This is a Ubuntu machine. Ubuntu. We know that from, this is likely an Ubuntu machine based on this and the TTL from the pings and so on. But if you were attacking a Windows machine with this attack, you would need to create the pickled object on a Windows machine. Otherwise, it's going to call the os.system will not work. Any thoughts on the CRTO serve from Rastamouse? Well, full disclosure, I am an affiliate of that course. So, you can if you register for CRTO, you can actually you can use my affiliate link, and I get a small commission. So if you want to support me, by taking the CRTO, I appreciate that. It's a real good cert. CRTO is some of the best bang for your buck you can get in the industry. Now, again, I do have a small financial incentive in saying that. So take that with a grain of salt. I'm being full disclosure. But in my opinion, CRTO has some of the best bang for your buck. If you want to be a red teamer, if you want to move into adversary emulation, CRTO has some of the best bang for your buck you can get. It's dirt cheap compared to other certs, and the value you get from it is absolutely astronomical, especially because it gives you access to a fully featured version of Cobalt Strike to use within their isolated lab. So you get that hands-on Cobalt Strike time. You get to familiarize yourself with Cobalt Strike, and that's invaluable because most commercial red teams are going to be using Cobalt Strike. Okay, and also there is a sequel now, CRTO 2. I've not finished it yet. I'm a ways in, but I've not finished it. So we know this is Ubuntu, so we can go ahead and do our pickle exploit right here. Python 3 pickle exploit.py. All right, it executes without errors, and now we have a Cthulhu.pickle here. If we look at this file, Cthulhu.pickle, we just see its data. Can we do like... Can I like demonstrate? Let's do Kate. Let's open up Kate again, and let's do a pickle test. New. Import pickle. I'm going to make sure that this works. Let's save as. Let's do pickle test.py. We're just going to make sure that this is actually working the way that I think. Also, we need to change this bash one-liner, don't we? A443. Okay, paste that in. Okay, so we have a bash one-liner working here. And we're going to do... Alright, so pickle.load. Load pickle. Let's do load pkl file. How to unpack a pickle file. I suspect it's just a... Yeah, pickle.load. Yeah. So we're going to see if our pickled object works as we'd expect. Pickle.load, Cthulhu.pickle. It needs read binary permissions right here. And then we just do a pickle.load. So this is purely for test purposes. This is not needed for the exploit. I just want to see that it's going to work. So let's go ahead and split this in half. Let's netcat tech nlvp a443. We should get a shell when we run python 3 pickle test.py, and we do. Does everybody see? Does everybody understand basically how that works? FTL soundtrack is so good, dude. I fucking know. I listen to it all the time just for productivity while I'm working. Black Hat, Trigger Tante, Yaman, thank you for the follows. Cthulhu Fatten to all of you. Gar with the raid. Welcome, Gar. Good to have you, my friend. Welcome to all of your viewers. We're about to give GameBuzz our pickle. Not as good as Riley Reid, okay? Not as good as Riley Reid, but still, we love to put our pickles in things, okay? We do love to put our pickles in things. Maybe a little too much, if I'm honest. If I'm honest, we're maybe a little bit too overzealous about putting our pickles in things. Okay, so let's listen. Okay. So now, okay, where was that request? Shit. Let's sort by URL. This is what, okay. I need a post request to fetch. Here we go. This is what I want. Object.pkl. Let's open resend with request editor. Okay, now we have to upload this pickle file. So let's go back to the... Where was the file?
Have a good
upload?
stream, y'all. Gotta go pick up my fam. Love your lal4z happy.
Hey, you have a good one, Gar. Thank you so much for the 8-month re-indoctrination into the cult. Good luck to you in retrieving your family. Drive safe. I'm assuming you're driving. Cthulhu.pickle. Let's open. Start upload. File has been uploaded. Again, it doesn't tell us where it's been uploaded to, but we can just try a few. So let's do Cthulhu.pickle here. Where's the request editor? Right here. Do Cthulhu.pickle. Again, if it does a pickle.load on this pickle file, we should get a reverse shell. We do not. We get an internal server error. So... Go back to the request. Let's try without the games. Send. And boom! We are in, boys!
Hackerman.
I'm in. There we go. Does everybody understand? Does everybody understand putting your pickle in unsavory locations? Does everyone get that? Everyone understand? An anonymous cheerer, thank you so much for the Tiggle Bitty. Dev of the Null, Mr. Dante, and DJ Marcos, thanks for the follows. Man, oh man. Yeah, we're exactly. We are inside right now, okay? We've taken our pickle and we've inserted it. We've inserted it inside of GameBuzz. Okay? We've inserted it. Okay, so does everybody understand what happened there? It isn't Newbie Tuesday, but I don't want to leave anyone in the lurch. That was a pretty typical Python serialization situation. Exactly, pickle action. We pickled all over this website. Okay. All right, let me do Python 3-C for pty.spawn. Bin bash. Okay. Control Z, stty raw minus echo. Export term equals x term. 256 color. stty rows. Is it 37? I cannot. stty-a rows 34, columns 111. Not raws. Rows 34, cols 111. Was it 34, columns 111? Yep. Okay. There we go. So we're all set up.
A hunter must hunt.
We are all set up. Let's look at var dub. We are dub data, so I guess we can real quick run sudo attack-l. Yeah, I would not expect dub data to have sudo permissions. In the no-su group, what, pray tell, is this group? That is not anything I've known. That is not anything I'm familiar with. Let's find out. No-su GitHub. Or not GitHub. No-su Linux. Maybe it's just can't. Yeah, maybe it's just no super user. Like no SU. We see dev 1, we see dev 2. And those are the only ones with shells. Okay. Let's look at var dub. Yep, so here are the virtual hosts. We have a bash history. I'm assuming this is just my bash history. Okay, never mind. Su dev 2. Okay. All right. I guess I guess no SU was incorrect. Okay. Su dev 1. No. Imagine needing a password. Imagine needing a su root. Yep, doesn't work either. Root. No? Okay. Well, before we SU, let's check out the website. If there's any kind of database or whatever, we definitely want to take a look at it. My guess is there isn't going to be any. Yeah, this is all the... So it was a Python-based website. We have incognito.py. Is this just a Flask app? Yeah, it's just Flask. Yep, so here you go. So you get the... if you send a post request to fetch, it does a pickle.load. This is where the vulnerability is right here. So there is no way to prevent this with Pickle, okay? There is no way to prevent this. You should never load untrusted data coming from a user with a pickle.load. Not ever. If you're not ever, 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 ever. Because there is no way to prevent this. If you're loading untrusted user data with a pickle.load or a pickle.loads, there is no way to prevent it. Jesus Fistus with the 4 months. Welcome back, my friend. Hamato Yoshi, thank you for the follow. Cthulhu fought to you, my friend. So what permission is that to be able to change into dev2 without the password? I'm sure it's some kind of Linux permission. I'm not sure. I don't think there's any kind of database or anything like this. So we're just gonna, let's just go to dev2. Su dev2. Okay, we're dev2. Congratulations. This is why you're here, oh chat, to see these intense hacks where I just compromise these accounts. Sudo is admin successful. You like to see that. Bash history is symlinked. Cat user.text, and we have user.text. The dark magics are being done, okay? Cthulhu is with us this fine day. All right, let's do sudo tac l. Sudo password for dev2. Wait, I need a password? Dev2. Curses. Password. Password. Nope. Nope. Okay, so let's do, what groups are we in as dev2? We're still in that no SU group. Can we sue dev1 from here? No. Can we sue root from here? No? Can we, let's do find root, tac type f, tac user, dev2. Let's just find any files that are owned by this user. I forgot to get rid of the sys and proc. Come on. Did I just lose? Okay. Grep tac v for invert. Proc. I know there's a way to do this in find, but I can never remember it, so I just pipe it into grep. Okay. I don't want any of the procs or sys's. It looks like nothing outside of the, essentially nothing outside of the home directory. LXC. Okay, that looks pretty normal. Find root tac perm tac 4000. Let's find SUID binaries. All of this looks normal. Let's look at these. Any processes running as other users that look interesting? Okay, probably want to run pspy. Go ahead and run pspy and see what's up there. See if there's any cron jobs running. P spy, 64 small, chmod plus X, P spy 64. Okay. See if we get anything. If we get anything there, I got a lot of nothing. This is us. We don't want that. Some Amazon stuff, since this is an AWS instance. TryHackMe uses AWS for instancing. Container escape? Why dev SHM for T-Spy versus temp? I don't know. There's really no reason. I just prefer it. It doesn't really make any difference. Ooh, what's this? PS. This is interesting. So I didn't see cron running. Is cron even running? Oh, there is cron. Okay. So it looks like root is doing something with the PS command. So there does appear to be some kind of cron job happening. Okay, it doesn't look like we're going to see anything else here. Okay. I guess it's Linp's time, huh? I did all the basic enumeration. Or at least the ones that I usually do. It's all caps, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, and we go to Linp's. Linp's out of stage is right here. So we'll see what we get from Linp's here. Curl 10, 13, 10, 6, 9. Linp's.sh. Pipe it into bash. See if we get anything. Var mail got some goodie. Well, I don't usually look at var mail because it's so rarely used in the real world. I guess I should take a look at it now. Linp should point that out. Sec comp? What is this? What is that? One-way transition into a secure state. Where it cannot make any system calls except exit, sig return, read, and write, and is to already open file descriptors. Should it attempt any other system calls, the kernel will either just log the event or terminate the process. So it basically isolates a process, but I guess they disabled that for some reason. Let's see. I typically skip all these CVEs unless it becomes clear that it wants me to look at it, or that I should look at one of them. Because typically in CTFs, You're not just supposed to run PwnKit and call it a day. PwnKit would probably work against this, though. LXC is present. God, this takes forever. You feeling better? Significantly, yeah. I'm still coughing sometimes, but in general, I do feel significantly better. Is this just broken, or is it still running? Well, I'm gonna kill it. Oh, there it goes. Just as I say I'm about to kill it. I guess I should say I'm gonna kill it faster next time. Yeah, we checked those. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna scroll up. Oh yeah, so here's pointing out the mail to us. So let's check out the mail. It looks like the user does have some mail. Oh, come on. There's a port knock too? So what is this? Is this a hash or a Okay, let's throw this into CrackStation and see if this is a hash or a password. I suspect it's just a password, but we're gonna find out. It said knock yourself in. So I suspect it's gonna. SSH is not open. So that means we would have to port knock to access the SSH port. It's just the. It's just the hash for Okay. Let's do find root tac name. Knock. Maybe we can find a configuration file related to port knocking. User bin knock. Okay, progress. So I need like a knock configuration file though. I need to know what ports to hit. Knock config file Linux. Knock D. That seems reasonable. Port knocking. var log knockd.log. Okay, let's check that out. cd var log knockd.log. Can I read it? I can. Yes. Yes. Okay. We need to look at is there a successful port knock somewhere here? I don't see ports anywhere. I usually just knock with nmap. Nmap will scan in a random order. So unless you have some... that's just the log file. I just went straight to the log file. Where is the config file? Is it in just etc knockd? I guess that's where most config files are. Knock Nope. Whoops. Is there a knock thing here? Knockd.conf right here. And I can read it. Haha. Knockd.conf. Here we go. So open SSH. We gotta. So what is port? So does everybody know what port knocking is? Oh, Taknar, thanks for the follow. Cthulhu bottom to you, my friend. So this is port knocking. Is knock actually used in prod? Very rarely. I do think port knocking does have a use. We used it at a previous job to access hosts remotely that had SSH that was open to the internet. It's not a terrible system. It's just not something you should rely upon. Okay, you don't see it super often in pen testing though. We used it to secure our infrastructure so we could SSH into it easily from remote locations. Because we weren't using cloud infrastructure, it was on-prem. For various reasons. Can you explain it? Yeah, so port knocking is very simple. Port knocking, essentially, it just listens for TCP connections, and if it receives a TCP connection, it's like a cheat code in a video game. Okay, it's like a cheat code in a video game. You would press up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. Okay, the Konami code. You press all of those buttons in sequence, and then the game would give you unlimited lives or whatever, right? That's kind of what port knocking is. Port knocking is the daemon. The daemon listens for TCP connections. And if it receives a connection on port 5020, immediately followed by a connection from the same host on port 6120, immediately followed by another connection from the same host again on 7340, as in if somebody puts in the cheat code, it will execute this command and open up port 22 for our IP. It opens up port 22. It changes a firewall rule and opens up port 22 for us. So it's like a cheat code. You can do this manually. So there's multiple ways to do this. So you can netcat incognito.com on port... Let's put this in the notes. Uh, 5020. 5020. Netcat incognito.com. By the way, if you remember, when we scanned the box, we did our first scan of the box, port 22 is not open. So SSH is not open to us as of right now. Incognito.com, and it's 6120. Uh, 7340. Okay, so we get connection refused all 3 times. But if we now netcat tacp22 incognito.com, we still get connection refused. I think I did. I meant nmap. Nmap tacp22 incognito.com. Now all of a sudden, like magic, SSH is open. Does that make sense? You don't see it too often, but you do see it now and then. SSH dev1 at incognito.com. Now, the question is that a hash? Or just the word password? I'm going to go ahead and guess that the hash is the password. There we go. All right, so we're dev 1. Any questions about port knocking? Thanks for explaining it the way you did. Made it easy to understand. Yeah, port knocking, you don't see it too often. I don't think it's a useless security measure. You just shouldn't rely on it. It's an example of security by obscurity, which, in my professional opinion, I think security by obscurity is underrated. I do think security by obscurity is valuable. I just think there needs to be, like any other security measure, there needs to be defense in depth. There needs to be defense in depth. So that there needs to be multiple measures preventing people from accessing your endpoint. I'm confused why Netcat reported connection refused, because there's nothing listening on those ports. The box is just listening for TCP connections on those ports, TCP requests on those ports from the same IP in sequence. Okay, and since we and it needs to be quick enough too. It needs to be within a certain period of time. And if it gets the right sequence, then it adds a new firewall rule. The old Swiss cheese method? Yeah, so the logic behind the Swiss cheese is that Swiss cheese is full of holes so that anybody can get through it. But if you stack a whole bunch of Swiss cheese slices on top of one another, suddenly you just essentially have a solid block of cheese. That's how security works in my view. So, yeah. If you do port knocking on specific servers and log the incorrect port knocks, no one's going to port knock brute force you, by the way. That's madness. If their port scan isn't identified. I mean, I guess so. All right. Okay, so let's look at our groups. We are in the dev1 group and nothing else. Sudo tackl. We do have his password. And we can actually execute knockd, which is actually super easy for us. That's, can I change the config? If I can change the config. Start, stop, restart. So I can force it to restart. Can I change the config? Cat, ls, etc, knock, d.conf. It is writable by the group, but it is not writable by me. But I think there are... This plus means that there are additional ACLs on it, I think. Linux does do file ACLs now. Linux file ACLs. Get f ACL. Get f ACL. I imagine it's going to tell us that we can write to this file. Yep. So we can actually write to this file, even though we are not, Linux ACLs allow you to do like fine-tuned, fine-grained permissions, like granular permissions for the file. Not many people use them, but you do see them from now and again. The way you can know a file has ACLs is with this additional plus sign right here. Is this just an RHEL CentOS thing? I think this is a Ubuntu machine. Hang on. I've definitely seen it. Yeah, no, this is on Ubuntu. This is Ubuntu Bionic. So it's not just a CentOS or Red Hat thing. You don't see them used very often, but basically, if you see this plus sign at the end, it means that there are more granular permissions on the machine, or on that file, than just the typical Linux file permissions. So you can do get FACL on the file, and we can see that our user actually has read and write permissions to this file. So we can do a nano etc knockd. And we can do like another... do a Cthulhu fhtagn. The sequence. So we can just this any ports will do. We'll do 5021, 6121. So just one more than all of those, and 7341. Sequence timeout equals 15. Command. We can do the permissions, or we can do a just a simple reverse shell here. Bash. Okay. And then TCP flags. Okay, so we have to send SYN packets. I guess you can fine-tune what flags you want sent. You want what flags you want on your TCP. 5021, 6121, and 7341. Yep. Okay, so we do this. And now we do sudo tacl. We do sudo restart. Okay, so knock is restarting. So now while it's getting spun back up again, we're just gonna port knock again, just to a different set of ports. You could just as easily have just changed one of the existing commands, but I don't like to do that. It's kind of sloppy. I'd rather just add a new command. Do that, and we'll go back to 3, or we'll go back to 4, I guess. We get connection refused for all of those, but if we go back to 6, we see that we now have a root shell. Does that make sense, chat? Wispy231, welcome, my friend. Good to have you. Thanks for the follow. Roger that, thank you for the follow. Graviton, well, thank you for the follow. Can you explain Python deserialization after this again? Yeah, sure. So, object-oriented programming languages need to have some way of sending objects to other places. Okay. So so Python is an object-oriented programming language. And sometimes programs need to communicate with one another and send objects somewhere else, or they need to store them on disk. Okay? Sometimes objects need to be sent or stored.
Crap.
Oh, yeah, I hate this hacker crap. Yeah, no, we love it now. We got root. You kidding me? We gotta decide on a new box, too. Because I ain't done yet. All right, we did it. Good work, team. So, object-oriented programming languages need ways to send objects to other places, or store them, or load them from stored locations. Okay, that's what serialization is for. Just about every object-oriented programming language out there is going to have some solution for serialization, and a lot of them are insecure because if you create an object. If you're accepting objects from a user, there's no telling what kind of object that user is going to give you. You need to make sure you're receiving the kind of object you expect, and if you don't receive the kind of object you expect, then you're going to run into problems. You're definitely going to run into problems. .NET has this problem. And Java has this problem, and Python has this problem. JavaScript has this problem. Essentially, a deserialization vulnerability is where you craft a malicious object that's designed to execute code or perform some kind of malicious action. You send it to the target, and then the target deserializes it, creates a malicious object, and either executes code or discloses some sensitive information or something like that. So, yeah. Sorry, Haas. Thank you so much for the first time Bezos indoctrination into the cult. Jifferan, thanks for the 69 Tiggle biddies. Let's decide on a new box. Can we do Python Playground? It's a CTF-related heart. I think I've done Python Playground. But I'd be happy to run through it again if you guys want to see it. We have done this one. Do you want to just run through this one again? Does everyone want to run through Python Playground again? I don't know if I remember it well enough anyways. Is that okay with everybody? Fantasy Sue Hall's requesting it. It doesn't have to be an object-oriented programming. No one codes in procedural languages. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, procedural languages are going to need it too. You just see it. I see it most often with object-oriented programming languages. All right, let's do Python Playground. I don't remember this box super well. Okay. Let's exit out here. Let's kill the TMUX session. Okay. Python Playground. Barely fits. All right, Python Playground. Get some? Exactly, Hoss. We're getting it. Functional. I can't stand functional programming. It makes no sense to me. I don't have a big enough brain for functional programming. I've tried it before. It's just not for me. I'm not a programmer. Keep in mind, I'm not a software developer or anything. I program to support my job, to support my hacking needs. I'll code in any language that I think is valuable for penetration testing. We see 80 and 22 both open. God, I hope we don't need. With any luck, we don't need any fucking zap anymore. Python Playground. Let's view the page source. Nope. Log in, sign up. Let's sign up. Due to recent security issues, only admins can use the site right now. Log in. Only admins. Okay. Secure Python. So I probably need to impersonate an admin. So let's GoBuster. Let's start up GoBuster before I start poking at the actual box. Alright, we're doing GoBuster. Alright, so I guess we need Zap again. Why is the RimWorld music in the background? Because it sounds good. Are you a contractor or just do pen testing as a hobby? I'm a professional red teamer. I do this for a living. I'm a full... I do work for a contracting agency for various clients. But my day-to-day job is being a red teamer. Manual Explorer. I mean, do we need Zap? Potentially. I need to look at the web page. My immediate response to looking at this page, which has essentially nothing on it, is that I want to see the requests. GoBuster's already running, so I need to be able to see the requests. Okay. Hit login. We get login.html. Sign up. Sign up.html. Let me see the requests. Developers will fix it soon. Signup.html. Nothing. So maybe we can try admin.html. Oh my god, I'm a big fucking brain. Okay, admin. Ready? You guys ready for the fucking big brain hacks? Here we go. Fuck, access denied. Password. Access denied. This looks like JavaScript, though. Can I view the page source? It is JavaScript. Okay, so it's doing a bunch of crap. Okay, if hash equals blank, window.location equals super secret admin testing panel. Do I even need the password? Bustin' makes me feel good, chat. Okay, let's take this. I'm actually curious what the password is still. Hang on. It could be that the password is important to us later. It could be a surprise tool that'll help us later. So let's open up the JavaScript console and let's figure this out. Okay. Please type allow pasting. All right, so we got the JavaScript console. Now we have to like reverse all of this. They're making some kind of a quasi hash here with some kind of a weird ass. Okay. Okay. Array to text, string to int array to text, string to int array. So they're just revert. So string to int array. FBI, open up! Doc Hobb, nobody is malding here. What are you complaining about? I'm not even yelling at you. Well, now I am yelling at you, but previously I was not yelling at you. Why are you asking me to yell? Oh, fuck. My throat won't handle that. Fuck. Okay, string to int array. So it's going back and forth between int array to string and int array to end. Okay, so... Alright, I have it in my... I have this thing in my, Okay, so string to int array. So we'll do int... array to text is not defined. Okay, so I need to go back to the page with the admin.html so that it would be defined. God, fuck. I hate Zaps so fucking much, dude. Okay, okay. Oh, I don't think that was Zap's fault. My bad. I need to do this, but in admin.html. Admin.html. Okay, Connor's secret admin backdoor. Perfect. Okay, F12. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these functions are declared here. So I think they should be declared in this context. Oh, but shit, they don't have the reverse functions. Oh, yeah, they do. They'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Okay. Int array to text. Okay, yeah, there you go. All right, so now we have this function defined. Perfect. We have that function defined. We need this hash. Hash equals that. Okay. So now we need to reverse. So as we can see here, just delete all the old stuff that I had on here. There we go. Okay. So as we can see here, we just need, so it's transitioning text between an integer array a whole bunch of times. So we just need to do it in the reverse order. So we need to do, this is now an int array. We need to do int array to text first. So int array to text hash, and then it's string to int array. Array, yeah. String to int array. And now we put that around that, and then it's going to be int array to text again. And then we just, I think we have to do it one more time. Yeah, one more time. And that should finish it up. And then string to int array. I don't think I have an extra parentheses. And do we have to do an int array to string one last time, maybe? Because we need to end with a string. Okay, that did not work in any way. In no way did that work. What happens if you put a Python reverse shell inside the playground thingy? I'm sure it'll get a reverse shell, but I'm trying to get this password because it might be useful.
What are you doing,
Maticus!
Step-bro?
Maticus, what did I mess up? What are you complaining about, Maticus? I'm gonna get it to work. Hang on a second. I'm just pistol whipping this. Maybe we just needed to do it this many times. Apparently not. They're just being a dick? Okay, well that's per usual. What's the hardest box you've ever done? The hardest box I've ever done, ever? I mean, it would have to be one of the Hack the Box Insanes, I guess. I know back in the day, Nightmare really, it was a nightmare. It lived up to its name. Maybe CrossFit 2 was hard. Was very, very hard. Not Sea Surfer. No, it wasn't Sea Surfer. Sea Surfer we were stuck on for a long time because we didn't know that there was that database that was open. Console seems scared. Yeah, it seems like we're scaring the console. What was that Kubernetes machine we did recently? Unobtainium. Okay, that's producing Unicode. I'm noticing that it's the reason we're getting all A's here is because this does not seem to actually work. Interarray to text, so it's string to interarray. Interarray to text. I guess it won't take just the text here. I really don't want to just sit down and write a Python script for this. I really don't want to sit down and write a Python script for this. Array. I feel like this should be reversible. Okay, well there's our string to int array. We'll do test1 equals string to int array. Okay, and now we got int array to text test1. Now that's just making it longer. That's just making it worse. I need to reverse it. I don't want to write a script. Is this into the breach? This is into the breach. All right, we're writing a script. Fine. Fine, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We're writing a script. Let's do Kate. Fuck you.py. Fuck you, I'm lazy.py. That's what we could call it. Okay, we're writing a script. Okay, so we'll do def main. Okay, we'll do the bare essentials there. Okay, so in main, we're gonna declare hash equals not that. This. Maybe this time use nym, do it a different way, Ruby even. No, Python I'm most familiar with, so I'm just gonna bang it out in Python, okay? I'm gonna bang it out in Python. Because I don't want to be sitting here. I want to try and get through this box. Yeah, do it in binary, do it in assembly. Yeah, there you go. So we need to reverse these functions. So this is string to int array. We need int array to string. Okay. So def int array to string. And then we'll have input, I guess. Okay. So for int array to string, again, we're just reversing. We're reversing this. So we need to use that as a basis. Okay, can everybody see properly? I'm going to assume everyone can see properly. Okay. Oh, it's in your notes? Check your notes? No, I deleted all my notes. I deleted all my notes. Foolishly thinking that I could, that I didn't need them. Okay. So this is essentially just the output. Yeah. So we can do int r equals...
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
So we can do like a list right there. Or no, we're ending up with int array to string. So we want to be, the result needs to be a string. Okay, so now... Okay, so now we gotta go, now we gotta do... What are you doing, Step Bro? I'm coding! Hal said it's on YouTube and he's using it for focusing. It's Stream Tunes. It's my Stream Tunes playlist on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel and look at my playlists, it is the Stream Tunes playlist. Okay. Okay, 4 I in input. Char equals input I, or char equals I. So it's getting an int array. So I need to multiply by 26 to get the char code. Char equals I times 26. Now, which you can see here, they're dividing by 26. We need to multiply by 26. OL Labs live with the raid. Welcome, my friends. We're doing a code to... We're doing a code. We're coding a script to decrypt this weird-ass password here. So we need to multiply by 26 to get the char code. Because they're dividing the char code by 26 to get the, yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. We do be doing a code. So what they're doing here, right here, is... Oh, but every single... Fuck. Char code divided by 26, and then char code. So they're putting the mod in there too. That explains why it's not reversible. That explains why it's not reversible. So every int array... So the int array starts with the the integer, and then it's the mod, and then there's the... I guess this is the mod right here, or maybe this is the mod. I don't know. I think this is the mod. I think this is the mod. So every single thing is actually 2. Every single character in the string. Yeah, so music is what... Oh, turn out music just a little bit, yeah. So every single character in the string is actually... it's actually a divide... It's actually a result of a division, and it's also the remainder, the mod. So I need to do 2 of them. I need to... So a for... just a standard for loop is not going to work. We can just set I equal to 0 and then go into a while loop, I guess. There's more than one way to do this, but and we can go into a while loop while I is less than input dot length. No, it's length input. Input dot length would be nim syntax. So like that. So we're gonna get the char code. That's what that is. The times 26. And now we want to increment by 1. So I plus equals 1 So we're incrementing by 1, and now we got to take them. Now we got to reverse the mod part. So the mod part is just going to be, it's going to be the char code. We'll do char code here and make it easier. Char code equals I times 26. The fact that the input is already a Python function will not cause a problem. Oh, I plus equals 1. Yes, good call. Thank you. Look at this again. So this is taking the mod. There's just going to be one character that gets pushed. I guess we can just make it char equals... It needs to be a CHR of the char code plus the remainder. So plus input I think. So we're getting the base number, and then we're getting the remainder. We're moving it up. This is the remainder. We're adding this base number to the remainder, then taking the character that's there, and then we do int r plus equals char. Okay. I think that makes sense. Return result. Okay, I think that makes sense. Because this is taking the char code, dividing it by 26, and rounding down. That's what math.floor does. It's taking char code, dividing it by 26, and rounding down. And then it's taking the char code mod 26, so it's getting the remainder. So in order to get the original character back, in order to reverse it, I need to multiply by 26 and then add the remainder. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think we did this correctly. And another I equals I plus... Oh, yes, I need to iterate one more time. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Good call. Another I plus equal 1. And then we're going to go through the while loop again. Again, we're taking 2 integers. Every 2 integers is 1 character. It's a result of the result of this division, and then the next character is the division. In order to get the character back, we need to multiply by 26 the first number, and then add the remainder, which is just the second number. So I think that's right. Okay, so now we want to do def text to int array. Again, we're just reversing. This is int array to text, and we're doing text to int array. Input. Okay. So now we need to reverse that function as well. So we're going to end up with an int array. Easiest way to do that is probably just a list, like I was trying to do up here. So we just do a list of numbers there. So they're doing a for loop, string from... Oh, this seems pretty straightforward, honestly. You have return result, but you haven't... Oh, I haven't... You're good call. The reason I'm doing result here is because that's a nim thing. Int r is what we want. Int r is what we want. We'll do... we don't want int r. We want to do... We'll do result str, I guess. Result str. Result str. Because we're ending up with a string. I only took int r from there. But we're not ending up with a int array. We're ending up with a string. So result str seems to make sense. Okay, I think all that's good. We'll take... Now we'll call this one int r. Okay. And... I think from char code is just ord. We're just going to get the ordinal. So we can just do like for, and this one doesn't have like one of those weird arrays. So we can just do for I in input int r plus equals ord I. Am I wrong about that? We're just taking the char code of every character in the string. Oh, but they're adding 97, so we have to... we need to subtract 97. Or do we need to subtract from 97? I think we can just subtract 97 by the looks of things. So, and also plus equals is not going to work. That would work for nim, but I think it's dot append. Is it append? Minus 97. They're adding 97 here, so we have to add 97. Ord I minus 97. Does that make sense? Again, we're just going off of this and trying to reverse what they're doing here. They're doing 97 plus int array. We're just going to do int ord. The ordinal, as in the char code of every character in the string. And then we just return int r. Return int r. Okay. So now we're going to take this hash. And we're going to do... we have to reverse this. So... print int array to string hash int array to string, and then it's going to be text to int array. This is going to be a mess of parentheses. FBI, open up! I'm not letting it get to me. I'm not letting it get to me, okay? Text to int array. Watch it. If this just works, like, out of the box, I'm the best coder alive, okay? I'm the best programmer alive. I think we can agree on that. If this just works out of the box, like without being tested, I am the best programmer who's ever lived. And that's slightly hyperbolic, but still, it'll feel nice. Text to int array. So we're doing int array to string. Am I doing this in the correct order, I wonder? Int array to string. Because this is a string. This isn't going to work. This isn't going to work because this is a string. So we're going to have to reverse the order of these. So it's going to have to be text to int array, and we're just going to have to go back and forth. Text to int array. Int array to string. Text to int array. And the first one is going to be int array to string. Okay. Okay. Int array to string, text to int array to string, text to int array. And all the parentheses are nested properly? They are. Okay. All right, let's do it. Man, this would be a lot easier in VS Code, and it would... now I want it to run. Now I want it to run the way O'Day is here. Hey, my man. Hey, good to see you, O'Day. It's good to see you. We had the best. God, today is ridiculous for chat. We had Jazz Pizzazz in here earlier, and now we have the #1 guy on TryHackMe. Everybody's in here today, chat. Okay, you're in the presence of brain wrinkles today. Okay, many brain wrinkles in chat today. Okay, let's just see if it runs. Okay, let's just see if it runs. I'm wrapping myself around the axle too much, trying to Python. Nope, didn't work. Fuck. Okay, what did I mess up? Arg not in range. Okay, so something's wrong in this function, it appears. Me and the boys, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the same for me. For I in input, int r dot append, and it looks like am I wrong about ord? It's just ord, isn't it? From char code. Yeah, this is just getting the char code from the string. Instead, this is getting a string from a character code. Line 7 mod 26. Where? Where? Right here? Oh, you know where I messed up? I remember I had a for loop here originally, and I changed it to a while loop, but I forgot to change this part. So I need to work with indexes. So it's input I times 26. So we don't want actually I times 26. I plus equals 1. Because normally in Python you do for loops like you do right here, where you just iterate over an iterator. But here, since we need to increment twice per loop, it was probably easier just to do it a little bit more granularly. All right, let's try that now. That probably was the issue. So the issue app probably wasn't even in this function. It was probably just in this one. Oh my god. You know, sex is good, but you ever have your script run? Feels good. Feels good. Let's copy that into the notes. Okay. Sex is pretty good, but you ever have your exploit run for the first time? That's pretty good. That feels pretty good right there. Now that was, I'm hoping we're going to have to use that password at some point, because I don't think we actually need it. But I can prove that that's the right password. FBI, open up! Connor? Is it admin? Or is it... It's spaghetti1245. A very strong password. Access denied. Let's do Connor. Oh, big brain. So we did figure out Connor's password. We didn't have to do this. You can just browse straight to the page. But, okay, let's just see. Is this just a Python interpreter? What is this? Okay, yeah, it's just a Python interpreter. So now, let's just get a Python reverse shell. Get rid of this part. Get rid of that. Let's listen on 8443. Okay. Now we're cruising, chat. Now we're cooking with some gas. Security threat detected. No! Okay, the question is, so there's probably some string in here that they're detecting on. Why not import OS and do it that way? I can certainly do it that way, sure. I just thought this would be the easiest part because all I had to do was copy and paste. But yeah, you definitely could just import OS here. We still get security threat detected there. So we're probably going to want to call the functions directly. We're probably going to want to see... So this is probably like, we could almost do like a server-side template injection, I'm guessing. Or we could try import subprocess. Is that allowed? That is not allowed. Okay, so those may already be imported into the thing. So how do we list modules? I want to list the Python modules. Let's list the classes. There's a way to like get a list of all the classes. Import OS as Cthulhu. It's probably not going to work. It's probably flagging on just import OS. Like import OS is considered a malicious string, I would think. Can you import? I wonder if you can obfuscate it, maybe. Can you just reverse? What's an easy way to reverse a string? Okay, perfect. We can just do test equals import OS. Okay, so it's actually going to be so... like that. We're just trying simple ways of obfuscation here. Okay, that did work. So can we now execute... Can we do exec now, I wonder? Exec test? Or eval. It's eval, not exec. Eval test. Security threat detected. So eval doesn't work either. Fuck. Okay. Base 64. You could base 64 it too. Like, I was just trying something really simple. I don't think, is eval flagging it, I wonder? Try exec. Security threat detected. Doesn't like exec, it doesn't like eval, it doesn't like import OS. Try adding an extra space. Like in import OS. Can you do that? Nope, didn't work. I like the thoughts, but apparently it really doesn't like import OS, okay? Yeah, you could probably... That's what I was trying to think about doing, like underscore import like that. can you just call import? Usually, like they could be called like this. Can we like do like an import OS like this? Okay, we don't get security failure. That's actually a good. It's actually real good. Let me look up how to actually do this. That's a good idea. Import. Function called by the import statement. So these are the underlying functions that are called by these statements. Like, so we're referencing the type import direct, or the method import directly, rather than using the import statement. That's essentially what we're doing here. That's what I wanted to do before. I wanted to try and list all the classes and go from there. But this could work too. It looks like we just have to have like this. Paste that in. Import, we can put OS in here. Oh, there we go. There we go. We can do OS equals import OS. Okay. Let's see if we can do os.system here. Security threat detected. Still doesn't like us. It still doesn't like us. You love to see it. You do love to see it. We're just gonna have to do like we're probably gonna have to do like a I guess we're gonna have to do that. The easiest way is probably just to do that reverse shell we just did. Except just call the import statement call the import method directly, like we're doing here. Okay, so let's take that. Let's paste this in. So what do we actually need? We need socket. So we're going to have to do, I guess we just copy this. We come down here and we do socket equals import socket. And OS, and we also need subprocess. Subprocess. Okay. And that's all the imports. So we can remove this now. It's probably easier to read if I do it this way. You don't have to add these spaces. It doesn't matter. It's still going to execute, but it's going to be easier to read if I do it this way. Import pty, pty.spawn. And we can put in... Oh, I guess this is already a reverse shell. We don't have to put a bash one-liner in there. All right, so we can... Oh, we got something from somebody. It looks like someone may have, maybe on the same VPN as me. So we want to do 8443. And let's go ahead and send that. Nothing. We get a security. Maybe, is bin bash getting flagged, I wonder? Let me copy this. Do you need to do the import with import pty? Oh, we do need to do the import with import pty. Good catch. But we're still getting caught by the... it must be... But if we do pty equals... this... pty just do pty.spawn. Go. Oh, fucking easy. I never doubted us for a second, chat. We got there. Let's put that in the notes.
Hackerman.
I'm in. All right, we did it, boys. So we did get a reverse shell here, and we're root. Which it indicates to me immediately we're probably in a container. Container, right? Yeah, we're in a container. Okay, we're in a container. Yippee. Rothwe, Mr. Debug, Jobed, Mohammed Tarikel Yemlahi, Robert
hunter
Yates,
must
Kill9,
hunt.
thank you for the follows. Jifram, thanks for that 69 tickle biddies. Nice. FP Sad, thank you for the follow. Cthulhu fought into you. The Good Hacker TV with the 3-month re-indoctrination. Welcome back, my friend. That was great. Yeah, that was pretty cool, right? So all we're doing here is it looks like it just might be preventing us from calling like import at all. Like the word import appears to be bad. So you don't have to. You can actually call import directly. Like you can just call the method. Keep in mind, Python is an object-oriented programming language. So when you do a statement like import PTY or whatever, what's actually happening is that statement is being interpreted as calling this method. On the back end, this method is being called, the __ import. Python doesn't have any private methods. Instead, the convention in Python is if you have a private method, you make it you put 2 underscores on either side of it. That indicates you're not supposed to call it, but you still can. So it's flagging import, not the modules you're importing? Yeah, probably. That seems to be what it's doing. Can we look at the source? Yeah, absolutely we can. Absolutely we can. So let's look at /app. That's usually where Docker containers put their crap. There is no /app. In the home directory /app. Oh, it's in root. It's in the root directory. Okay. Scripts. Cat. I haven't started a PTY yet. This is just our script that's being executed. So our script is actually just being written by a node module, and then it's just being executed from the command line. Interesting. Okay, let's cat index.js. Okay, here we are. If is allowed code. So there's a is allowed code function that we want to look at. Here it is. Function is allowed code. So if type of code is not a string, so if you're trying to feed it like shellcode or something, return false. It's expecting only strings from this web console. Yeah, it makes sense. So it's looking for import and space. The CRT terminal is neat. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can download it and use it too. You can use import. It's looking for import followed by a space. It's looking for eval. Remember, it did flag on eval and exec, and it is also flagging on system. So you do need to use subprocess to execute code. You are going to need to use subprocess because it's flagging on system. Does that make sense? Did we even need subprocess? We did. What did we use subprocess for here? Mr. Reverse Shell, what did we use subprocess for? We're importing subprocess and then not using it for anything. Neat, but would get annoying very quickly. Yeah, pretty annoying. But we got there. All right, so now we need to escape from this Docker container. Okay, so there's our first flag. We need to escalate. We need to get out of this Docker container. So we probably want to run deep CE, but I guess in order to do that, I'm going to have to do Python 3-C. Background it, stty raw minus echo. 56 color. And stty rows 34, columns 111. Alrighty. So we probably want to run deep CE at this point. Get some quick enumeration. Do a git pull. Make sure we have the most recent version. We can check mounts too. To see if there's any folders mounted anywhere from the host. Do we have wget? We do not have wget or curl. So we'd have to download it directly. Fuck. Let's just do mount. So we're seeing some AWS stuff here. S8, the shared memory. When you're in a Docker container, it typically gets mounted with no exec. All of this looks normal. Mount log? That doesn't look normal. So this is the host file system. Dev xvda is the host file system. That's how AWS labels its host file system. So this is the host file system, and it's mounted at mount log. And also at resolve.conf, the host name and the hosts. So these files are all mounted from the host. Hi, O'Day. Welcome back. These are all the container layers. Tempfs on /dev. Nope, that looks normal. So let's check mount log. Okay, this is definitely something interesting. This is mounted from the host. And again, you can tell this. The reason you want to run mount inside of a container is it's very common for developers to mount directories from the host inside of containers. Very, very common. I did it. I did it for you while I was making my CTF last month. So it's very, very common to do this. And you can see that if you just look for the host file system and where it's being mounted inside of the container. In this case, TryHackMe uses AWS for its instances, and AWS typically has the file system is called xvda. So we see it being mounted at mount log at etcresolve.conf, which is the DNS configuration, etc hostname, which is the host name of the machine, and etc hosts. Does that make sense? I would totally do a collab with O'Day someday. I would let him own my asshole at King of the Hill any day of the week. So this is not the log from inside of the container. This is the log from the host. Auth.log seems interesting. Let's look what we got here.
What are you doing, step bro?
Are you not entertained, Fantasy Suhal? Are you offended? Is Fantasy Suhal offended by what I said? There's nothing wrong with a dude getting his asshole owned by another dude in TryHackMe King of the Hill. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It's not gay. It's not gay unless the balls touch. We know this. Okay, Okay, is there going to be like a password here or something? Okay, I'm bored already. Hang on. We're going to do grep tac r. Tac ignore case, password. Password redacted? Rude. I actually probably know Connor's password. Actually, if I can just... I might be able to just SSH in as Connor, maybe? Was there SSH open externally? We're already root inside of the container. SSH is open externally. SSH Connor at... If this just work... Like, there's no way this works, right? There's no way that this works. And his password as spaghetti? 1245? There's no way this works, right? Okay. Okay, listen. Okay, listen. In my defense, there was a Python console here. In my defense, this seemed more interesting at the time. In my defense. God damn it. Every time, I feel like that's happened a whole bunch of times recently, where, like, just for no reason, I get a password and don't try it against SSH for absolutely no reason, and I cuck myself. Like, of course we're on the host here. Of course we're not in the container and we're on the host. Of course we are. Like, why would we not be? Thank God I fucking did that before going down. What is the point of the auth log then? Okay, I'm fine. We got flag 2. The point is we have 2 flags now. Okay, we have 2 flags. Don't professional red teamer. Don't SpongeBob meme me. Listen. It's not... Fine. You know what? You know what? Shut up, Fantasy Suhal. Fuck. Maticus! I'm not even gonna yell. I'm not even gonna yell. I can't. My throat cannot handle it right now, Maticus. Okay? My throat cannot even handle it. But I hope that you stub your toe in the morning tomorrow. Okay? I hope you wake up in the morning, you stretch. Okay? You stretch. Okay? And on your way to the bathroom for your morning shit, you stub your toe. Okay? So, ha! May not run sudo. Feels bad, man. What about vimrc? That doesn't seem interesting. Bash RC? He doesn't have a bash history file at all. Let's look at opt. Container D. Are we in the Docker group? No. I guess pspy.
But Mr. Streamer.
Oh God. What, Mr. Streamer? What's wrong? What, Mr. Streamer now? What did I do, hate handles? I didn't do anything. Let's do pspy. I want to look at the... What was the point of this auth log if I could just SSH in? wget pspy. Pspy 64s. Pspy 64s. Let's see what we get with Pspy. Okay, came in late and saw you malding? Yeah, I'm malding because I did all this fucking crap for nothing, it feels like. Did all this fucking crap for nothing, it feels like. So this is my reverse shell. This is happening in the Docker container, but as Docker containers share a kernel with their host, we can see the events here. We see the cron, LXCFS, yeah, Docker. Docker is in use. We're not in the Docker group. We are not in the Docker group. I'll give it a second, see if we get anything. We see some Docker shit happening. This is the Docker port forwarding to the container. This is the code inside of the container that's running to run the web server. Python Playground was made for the Sigma mail. Yeah, apparently. I mean, I could have just... There's got to be some reason we can see those... That fucking... that log. Those logs. There's got to be... Is there some fucking pass... Is the password in here, too? The password was redacted. The only reason I even tried it is because I was like, wait, I never tried... I saw this, and I was like, wait, I never tried SSH, did I? So I thought I'd just try it for kicks and gigs. And I thought I might try and scan for other containers with SSH running to move laterally. But it just logged me into the host as SSH. It's so weird. It just logged me into the host with SSH. Alright, it doesn't look like we're getting anything else out of this. Let's look at SUID binaries. Ping, mount, add. All of this looks normal. Normal. Yep, all that looks normal. There's got to be some way that we can leverage... We're going to have to run deep CE. Like, I'm just going to have to run deep CE. It's just the way that it's going to have to happen. So let's crack open the Necronomicon. We don't have curl, and we don't have wget, so I have to use the bash file transfer thing. Which is here. This is the Necronomicon. You've all seen it. Okay. We take this. So we're gonna go deep. There's got to be something to do inside of this container. Let's run deep CE. I gotta run deep CE. That mount log has got to amount to something. Like it can't be nothing. I refuse to accept that. God, I did this. I swear to God, I've done this box, and I don't remember any of it. I don't remember a single fucking... I do so many of these fucking boxes. I don't remember a single second of this box. I don't remember any of it. I brain dumped the whole thing. Like, I had notes. I had notes on the whole thing, and I deleted them all right at the beginning, because I'm like, why would I need those? Why would I need those? I'm a big dick red teamer. Why would I need those? Fucking idiot. Okay. We don't want this. We want NLVP. We'll do 18110. Okay, we're listening there. We're going to get deepce.sh. I forgot I have to do this thing. Like that. Okay, so as you can see here, we got a connection, and we fed it the deepce script. So deepce.sh is here now. That is how you download a file without wget or curl. Yes, we are root. Yep, it finds that weird mount of the log file. There's got to be something in that mount. It's driving me nuts. Okay. Doesn't look like... There's got to be something in that mount file that we're supposed to go look for. Thank you for showing us what to do when we want to look busy at work. What do you mean? What do you mean, showing us what you wanted? What did I say? What did I show you? Dev xvda2. I mean, again, it's definitely this. This is definitely something. It's mount log. It's, again, this is mounted from the host. We know that this is mounted from the host. Can we, like, copy bash here, I wonder? Copy bin bash here. Right here. And then we can chmod u plus s bash. Okay. So we gave it the SUID bit. Let's see if... Oh, there is no log. Where? Oh, it's in var. It's var log. It's in var log, isn't it? Yeah, there's bash. Oh, and it's still SUID. Oh, big fucking brain, dude. Bash tac p. That's a lie. That's a lie, libtinfo. That's a lie. Why are you lying? Why are you lying, libtinfo? Okay, it's a. The problem is it's missing a module because it's like probably a shitty bash from inside of a container. Okay, we'll do the same thing with binsh. Is it sh? Can I do tac p? There we go. Yes. Okay, so so again, this is mounted inside of the Docker container, and it looks like the root file system is not being squashed. So the permissions from the Docker container translate into the host. So any questions about that? I thought I was going to be looking for a log file. I just didn't even think about the root squash. You're copying the binary from the container and trying to run it in the host machine through the shared space? That's correct, yes. That is, so basically I'm copying bin bash inside of the container into this mounted directory. I'm adding the SUID bit, which works because I am root inside of the container. And because that permission is set in this container, on the host as well, I can just execute it for a root shell. Okay. All right. Python Playground. That was a spicy one to end on. That was a spicy one. Let's find someone to raid. Try with TACP as Connor. I did it with TACP. I did SH TACP. Bash failed because it didn't have a... Bash failed because it was missing some library it needed. Any questions? Yes, how was your week? My week's pretty good. No complaints. It's only Thursday. I guess... Wow, the week just flew by, didn't it? The week just flew the fuck by. Who are we raiding? Hate Handles isn't here to raid. I guess we're raiding Paleontologizing. It's Dino Dan today. Any last questions about either box that we did today? We did some spicy ones today. I don't know what we're going to do on Sunday. On Tuesday, we're definitely going back to Wraith. We're definitely doing Wraith again on Tuesday. We got to get through Wraith. Or no, it's Wreath, not Wraith. Wreath.
A hunter
Year
must
Zero with the
hunt.
17 months. Welcome back, my friend. Zral, thank you for the follow. Hate Handles with the 69. Nice. Teagle Biddies. Laz Lowly, thank you for the follow. Cthulhu Fountain to you, my friend. Love this Python stream. Yeah, we did get an inordinate amount of Python today, didn't we? How do you mold quietly? For me, yelling is just a natural part of the network security process. Excuse me. Woo. All right, let's raid Paleontologizing. Where are your notes? You mean this? The Necronomicon? The Necronomicon is on the Necronomicon is on my Patreon. If you want the Necronomicon I update it on Patreon fairly regularly. I'll update it again probably either tonight or tomorrow. No marbles or stream raiders. Honestly, I didn't think about either of them. I just wanted to hack some boxes today, okay? Listen, I had to hack some boxes today. All right, we're going to raid Dino Dan. No network security guys on right now, or guys or girls on, so we're going to be raiding Dino Dan. O'Day and Jazz Pizzazz, thank you guys so much for being here. Your extra brain wrinkles really contribute to the chat. For once, chat was the real master hacker today. Thank you guys so much for being here. I had a great time. I hope you had a good time. Go to bed tonight knowing a little bit more than you did yesterday. See you guys again when the stars are right. See you guys again on Sunday. We're doing Hack the Box in my Discord again on Saturday. Yeah. Love you all. Stay safe.